Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm getting ready to go to a 4th of July pool party / barbecue. So I just wanted to do something really lightweight and that I don't really... Yeah, it's 4th of July, alright. So I just wanted to do something really lightweight that I don't have to worry about throughout the party. If it comes off, it comes off, it's fine. But I also wanted to try out some new products that I was sent from smaller companies. So I thought about doing a full face of indie makeup. Now, I don't know if everything that I'm going to use is indie, and the definition of indie is independent. So if the company is independently owned, if it's not owned by a mother company, let's take Milk for example. I thought that they weren't indie because they're sold at Sephora, they're a pretty well-known brand, but turns out they are. They are independently owned. So that's the qualifier that I'm using today. Although, as I said, I don't know if everything I'm using is going to be indie, but it will be mostly indie. So I'm just gonna get right to it, but before I begin, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I feel like today's video is gonna be really hard to film because of all the fireworks. There's people making noise outside, but hopefully we'll get through this. Okay. So one of the brands that sent me things was Tower 28, and they have a facial spray that I've been looking for like the past 40 minutes, and I just don't know where I put it. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to test it out today, but instead I'm going to go in with the Youth the People Adaptogen Soothe and Hydrate Activated Mist. This was a brand that I discovered at Gen Beauty, and I believe they're sold at Sephora. They're like a super clean brand. All their packaging is glass, only the pumps are plastic, which I really appreciate. So yeah, let's... This has a very, very fine mister. Ooh, that feels so refreshing. That's really, really good. Put it on my neck as well. The entire video is going to be like this. Now for primer, I'm going to go in with the Issa Essential Glow Tone Up Primer. This brand is owned by Jen. She also owns Pure Lease. Oh, there's a slight color to it? I don't know. Oh. Does this have a color or does it go on clear? Oh no, it goes on clear. Okay. For a second there, I was worried that it was like a BB cream and primer all in one situation. So I'm just going to apply this wherever I am oiliest, so in my T-zone. Although I think this is a glowing primer, so this might not be the best choice, but I'm gonna go for like super, super dewy, summery skin today. Now for the skin, I'm also going to go in with Issa, and I'm using their BC foundation. It's BB plus CC cream, I guess. And I have two colors that I'm going to mix. I've got the medium warm and the light neutral. This one's too dark, this one's too light. So I'm just going to mix it up. And the sponge I'm using today is the Makeup Drop. It's like a normal beauty sponge, but then it has a silicone side where you can take the product and dab it onto your face. And I think this is a really cool idea. I'm really excited to try this. Just gonna grab a little bit of the light one, then a little bit of the medium one, and I'm gonna use this side of the sponge to mix them together. I'm hoping it'll give me the right shade. Ooh, that's a little dark. And I want to do like the lightest amount of coverage today. Like I was even contemplating not wearing a base. I think this will be better. Yeah, there we go. Just want very, very light coverage. I want to do more spot concealing than anything else. Now using the other side of the sponge, although I kind of like this silicone side. Oh, that is a perfect match. This smells really good. It has a kind of floral smell. I'm actually just going to work this in with my finger around my nose, so I can really get in there. And this BC cream has a really great skin-like finish. It's really, really pretty. Oh, and this has SPF 40 in it, so that's why I wanted to use it as well. I've been using lately the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Illumination Concealer in the color medium. And this I think might be a little too light. It's crazy that the color medium is like light for me. I'm definitely not a medium skin tone, but I like applying this with my fingers. And let's see. I'm only going to apply a tiny bit and really like work it into the skin. And this concealer I found is a perfect match for my skin tone when I'm not wearing any sort of foundation. I can just put this concealer on and it like you can't tell that I'm wearing concealer. I'm also gonna use it on my little blemishes that I've got going on here. I'm not sure how I even got this concealer. I think it came maybe in a Sephora Play box. I'm not sure. But yeah, you can see it's a tiny bit light for general concealing, but under my eyes it's perfect. Just gonna add a touch more there. Some around my nose because I have a lot of redness around my nose. I think I'm going to take a little bit of the Milk Makeup Flex Concealer in the color Vanilla and just use that on my little blemishes real quick. And for the summer, I honestly kind of hate wearing makeup. So I always try to go with like the least amount of makeup possible, the lightest coverage possible. And it's all about using very small amounts of makeup, but very effectively. So you can see I'm concealing all my imperfections, but using tiny bits of concealer, the tiniest bit of BB cream, and that's that. And then I want to keep my skin very dewy, but I am going to set under my eyes and where I corrected my little pimples. So I'm going to go in with the Milk Makeup Blur and Set Powder in the color Translucent Light. And I honestly love this powder because it's not super matte. It still kind of leaves you glowing a little bit, but it just kind of sets everything in place that it needs to set. So I'm just doing like right under my eye. I'm not bringing the powder down here because I am going to use cream on my cheeks, and you never want to apply cream on top of powder. So I'm being very strategic with my powder application. And I do want to set around my nose, my forehead a little bit, and down here. Now next up, this brand actually just stopped being an indie brand. They just sold recently to a bigger company, and that is Lime Crime. I'm going to be using their Sun-Kissed Freckle pen to draw on some little freckles. I haven't used this yet, but I imagine it's going to be very similar to the brow pen that I typically use to do my freckles. As I said, I want this look to be very natural, so freckles just make it look like you're not wearing makeup, you know what I mean? It makes it look like your skin is fresh when done right, obviously, when you do them very natural looking. I'm trying to vary the size and shape of them and pat them into the skin. Don't know if I'm gonna go super freckly today. I might. Kind of thought that this would be a little bit more pigmented. It's also quite red toned. Yeah, it looks very kind of red on my skin, which I get that freckles are usually warm toned, but this is like really warm toned. I'm gonna do them up here too. And freckles are a great way to hide your little blemishes. If you have any breakouts, you can just do some freckles on top, and that kind of solves everything. Yeah, the freckles do look very natural doing them with this pen. Just have to make sure you vary the shape and size. And then also you can control the intensity by either tapping them away or not tapping them, leaving them as is. Now, as I said, Lime Crime just stopped being indie, and that's honestly the only reason why I'm using their products. I'm gonna do a whole video about that coming up. I've got that planned. Okay, I am gonna go very freckly today. 'Cause why not? Next up, I'm gonna move on to cheeks, but I'm going to be using a lipstick to do my cheeks. I recently got sent the Noctex Liquid Lip Vials, and they look a little something like this. They come in 3 colors, Requiem, Lilies, and Rusted, and they look like this: Requiem, Lilies, and Rusted. And I think I'm going to be using Rusted on my cheeks and a little bit on my lips as well. On their Instagram, it says that it's a very creamy formula that can be used all over the face, so I want to try that out today. I'm going to apply it first on my lips just so I can test it out as a lipstick. Whoa, how did I get a ton of lipstick on my legs? It kind of like splurts out when you pull it out of the thing. Let me try this. Ooh. Ah, no. On it, on my teeth. It's a very liquid formula. Feels very comfortable. You can definitely shear it out. Oh yeah, it feels like I'm not wearing anything. I am not in focus. I imagine that you can build it up to a really opaque finish, but today I'm happy with just a little touch. And I'm gonna take some on the back of my hand and take a fluffy eye brush and get it on there, and then just use that on my cheeks a little bit. Whoa, I might go in with my finger. It's way more pigmented than I thought it would be. But it is a very pretty cheek color. Kind of got rid of all my freckles, so I might have to redo some of them. I'm going to take a tiny bit and just bring it kind of onto my nose a little bit. Not too much. Bring it up and around my eyes. Yeah, that's a really pretty color. I'm going to use a tiny bit on my chin as well. I'm just going to run that kind of through my crease. I still don't know what I'm going to do for my eyes, but I kind of also want to have that color a little bit on my eyes too. But now I am going to redo some of my freckles because it got rid of a ton of them. Now I'm really excited to try the Tower 28 No Shade Highlighting Balm. They describe it as a Super Dew Shimmer Free Highlighting Balm. It looks a little something like this, and I think it might lift a little bit of the makeup that I have on. I'm a little afraid of that, but I'm just gonna take it on my finger. It looks very shiny. I still have some of the lipstick on my finger, but I'm just going to tap that on the high points of my cheeks. Oh, that is so pretty. And it doesn't seem to be lifting anything, which is kind of a miracle if I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, it's not lifting anything. That's amazing. Tower 28, I love you. I'm also gonna hit my brow bone with that. Oh my god. Oh my god. A face balm that doesn't lift the makeup. I'm also gonna hit a little bit of my temples with that. It's right above my brows. Gonna do a little bit right here because I'm not gonna be using any other highlighter for this look. As I said, I want to keep it minimal. Maybe a tiny bit on the tip of my nose. On my Cupid's bow. Will that just look like sweat? Maybe, probably. A little bit on my chin. This is so pretty. I mean, it definitely makes you look wet, but not like oily. Definitely look like I'm a little bit sweaty, like I've been in the sun for a little bit, but it's like cute. Anyway, next up, I'm going in with another Tower 28 product, and this is their lip jelly in the color Fire. I'm going to apply that to the center of my lips. It just has a very sheer color to it. And then I'm just going to pat that out. It just gives, ooh, the healthiest kind of shine. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. This isn't exactly a gloss. They say this is non-sticky. I find it to be a tiny bit sticky. It's not like a lip oil, which I kind of wish it was. It is definitely a jelly, but it's a different kind of gloss. I kind of want to have a darker orange in the center of my lips, so I'm going to take the Ritual Defy Inner Glow Cream Pigment in the color Delirium. Looks a little something like this, and this can be used all over the face, on the lips, eyes, cheeks, whatever. I'm just going to hit the very center of my lips, just so it's got a little bit more color. For my eyes, I'm going to keep it very minimal, but I am going to give them a little touch of glam. But first, I'm going to set my lids with the Strobe Cosmetics Divinity palette, the color Rati. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. But I'm just going to run that kind of through my crease and on my lids. Kind of matches the blush color that I used. It just intensifies that a little bit more. And then for a little touch of glam, recently I went to a dinner party where one of the girls there had a glitter liner, and that was basically all her makeup. She had super simple makeup and then just a touch of a glitter liner. So I was inspired by her. I don't know her name, unfortunately. So I'm going to be using the Lit Cosmetics Rainbow Ride Shimmer in size number 4. This is a kind of yellowy orange glitter. So it kind of matches the color scheme I've got going. I'm going for a very monochromatic look. And I'm going to be using a little liner brush that I'm going to dip in to the Lit Daily Wear glitter base. You guys know that normally I would use the NYX glitter primer, but because I'm going for a liner, I want a liquid base for my glitter. So I'm just dipping my brush into the base and then dipping my brush into the glitter. And then I can just apply that. I think this brush might be a little too thick. Yeah, I wanted a more discreet glitter liner, but let's do this. Okay, so this glitter liner turned out a little bit thicker than what I wanted. I wanted it to be like really, really thin. So I might go in with some remover just to thin it out. I really just want it to be like a touch of glitter. That's better. It's all on my lashes too, and I really don't want that because that's how you get glitter in your eyes. If it's on your lashes, it's gonna go in your eyes. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a much smaller brush. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing, just do a second layer. Ooh, that is going like in my eye. Just be careful when using glitter, y'all. Make sure you're using a cosmetic grade glitter that's safe for the eyes. Okay, yes, all I needed was a much smaller brush. You know what? I think I might take a dot of delirium and apply it just on the apples of my cheeks. Just the tiniest bit. There we go. Oh, and a little bit on my nose too. For my brows, I thought about filling them in, but I think I quite like the bleach brow look, so I'm just going to go in with the Milk Makeup Cush Brow in the color Hydro. It's the clear one. I'm just going to run that through my brows and just kind of spike them up and make sure they are in place. And you can see the roots of my brows starting to grow, which isn't great, but it's fine. This will just keep them in place. Now for lashes, I'm torn if I should go for brown lashes or black lashes. I'm gonna try brown first and see what I think. I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. and J. Kissa brown mascara. This one's actually more of a rust color. I'm gonna try it on my bottom lashes and see what I think. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want black lashes or not. And e.l.f. is definitely not an indie makeup brand, but this is a collaboration with my friend, so I want to support. Kind of like that. Am I not in focus? I'm sorry. I like it, but I think I also want black eyelashes because everything else is so natural. So I'm going to go in with the Hourglass Caution Mascara on top. I hope I don't hate it. Well, I don't hate it. I think I am going to go for the full black eyelashes. And this one is transfer proof. Pretty sure it's waterproof. I could be wrong. But it actually looks really good layered on top of the e.l.f. one. I think I'm going to add a touch more of the lip jelly just because it's worn off a little bit. And then to quickly finish it off, I'm going to go in with the Coola Makeup Setting Spray. It's the only setting spray that I know that has SPF in it. This is SPF 30, and you have to shake it up really well. It has a very kind of alcohol-y smell to it. It's not the greatest, and I feel like it's a little bit mattifying. So I'm going to concentrate it in the center of my face. Ooh, definitely smells a little bit like alcohol. And it is a little bit mattifying, but let me just do everything. Just any extra sun protection is good. I did apply SPF to my skin beforehand as well. Just the SPF and makeup is not enough to protect your skin, but I feel like any little bit helps. And this is the finished look. I've switched to my better camera lens so you can take a better look at the makeup. It's very, very summery. It's very light. I feel like I'm not wearing any makeup except for the glitter. I can definitely feel the glitter a little bit on my eyes. I tried to use products that are all very clean, that have very good ingredients. I hate wearing makeup when I'm sweating, so when I do know that I'm gonna sweat, I try to use things that have cleaner ingredients just because I don't know too much about pores, but I feel like if they're releasing things, they're probably more open and so more prone to getting things in them. I don't know, I could be totally wrong. That's just how I personally feel. So I know that when I'm sweating, I don't want to have like heavy things on my face. So I tried to keep it very, very minimal, but still effective, still cute to go to a party. This is super easy, super quick to do. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. So I'm gonna go to the party. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all my patrons who support me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.